Hi guys, so we will be working on creating a 3D room or kind of a house, or you can say a floor plan in something called Sketchup. It's a new tool for you. Maybe you have used it in primary, I'm not sure. But this Sketchup for schools can be accessed by this link on top, which is edu.sketchup.com/app. I will share it with you. I will display it on the big screen when you come for the class. And when you actually go on to this web link, you will be asked to either sign in with Google or with Microsoft. But I think the best way forward is to sign in with Microsoft since our school accounts are all Microsoft accounts. So it will let you log in without signing up just by using your British school email ID, right? So as soon as you click on your email ID, this is going to log you in and you can just directly start modeling your house out here. Now, SketchUp is very simple, but you need to understand a few things. Like, for example, this one out here, this is the first thing that you see when you are on SketchUp. And it has this red axis, the green axis, and the height is the Z axis or the blue axis. And if you want to change the camera perspective, you can always just continuously press or hold down the scroll wheel of your mouse and it will let you see the horizon, which is like the sky and the earth. And the person out here is also being shown just to give you a perspective of where you are sketching your floor plan. All right. Now, let's say I want to create a room of, having some walls and some measurements. So what I can do firstly, is use this line tool out here from the left menu and I can just go onto the origin, right? And I can just sort of, stretch this mouse over here on the green axis. I don't have to click anywhere, but I will just leave my mouse for a while and I will type 15 feet. Okay. When I type 15 feet, just notice the bottom right of my screen right now. It says length is 15 feet. Okay. And then when you press enter, it is going to draw you a line of 15 feet. And this rubber band kind of a structure is already there. The line ends there, but then you can actually sketch more lines. Okay. Now let's say I want 4 feet closet in my room. Okay. So I am just going to stretch this rubber band, not click anywhere and just type 4 feet and press enter. So it's gonna draw me this line. Okay. Then let's say I want this over here. Okay. And this also, let's say I want it to be 4 feet. So I'm just going to press 4 feet and enter. Okay. And then at any point of time, if you want to just end the line somewhere, just press the escape and it is going to end the line here. And then you just use the select option and then just see the line that you've created. Now, see, this line definitely is not the one that we wanted. Okay, this is definitely not a good line because it is actually along the Z axis and not really on the floor. So I'm going to delete this right now. Okay. And over here, I'm going to use the line tool again and try and sketch it on the green axis because green axis is the one which is on the floor. So I actually did it consciously just to show you that when you are drawing lines, you have to be very sure on what axis are you drawing these lines. Okay. So this is 4 feet line. I just type 4 feet. And now if you just press escape and move your camera around, just see now this is all happening on the floor. Okay, because we are trying to sketch a floor plan for ourselves. Okay, now let's just go here. From here, let's say I want, I don't know, 17 feet sort of line. So I'm just stretching on the red axis, but not without clicking anywhere. I'm just typing 17 feet and the line is here. Okay. And then I can stretch this one. This one was 15 feet and this one is 4. So I think I need a 19 feet line just to match up, right? So I am going to find my axis, which is not visible to me right now because it's drawing on the blue one. So I'm going to escape and then just move my mouse a little bit here and then get the green pen and a green line. And now it is on the green axis. Okay. So I am just going to type 19. So I've got a 19 feet line. And then all I have to do is just join these two. Okay. So as you can see, I've created a sort of a floor plan for my house. Okay. But what I have to do now is basically just to get, walls. All right. So for that, we have a really nice tool over here on the left side, which is called the offset tool. This one, this red arrow pointing in the right, it's called the offset tool. So if you go to the offset tool and you click somewhere like here, it's going to show you on edge. And all you have to do is just left click and then get the walls like that. Just move your mouse and it will give you some wall thickness. Okay. It could be just approximate. If you want thicker walls, you can just still go inside. If you want thin walls, you can just stop here. Okay. So this has drawn you the walls. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the select tool, select this middle floor, and I'm going to get rid of it. I don't want that. Okay. Because I'm going to use these walls to stretch and make it into a house. Okay. Now what I want is that into my house, I want a doorway over here, doorway. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I am going to use a new tool, which is called the rectangle tool on the left. And I'm going to just maybe approximately as a rough estimate, I'm going to draw a sort of a rectangle to say that this is going to be where this is going to be the place where my door is going to be. Okay. So rectangle here. And maybe I want sort of a doorway here also to go into the other part of my house. Maybe this is a washroom or this is a closet or something else. So I can even plan a sort of a door here. So I am going to also use a rectangle, and very quickly I am going to draw a rectangle here as well. Okay, just to say that these are my doors. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this select option. I'm already on the select right now. And from bottom right to the left, I'm going to stretch this. Okay, to select, oops, not really good. I'm going to select only the middle area like that. So if you see this middle area has got selected, and now you can just safely hit the delete button on your keyboard to get rid of this area, because this is going to be the doorway inside the house. And same thing you can do here, just from bottom right to top, just select it and press delete. Okay, now you've got the walls and you've got the thickness of the walls, you've got the measurements ready and everything. Now we can just sort of stretch this portion up and create a wall. So for that, we've got this tool on the left, which is push pull tool. So you just got to use push pull. Click here and then just drag your mouse. It is going to stretch the walls, or it's going to just make the walls taller. Okay. And then I can just type without clicking anywhere. I haven't clicked on the surface anywhere. I'm just typing 10 feet because I want the height of the walls to be 10 feet. So that's my 10 feet. And I can do the same here. Click here, stretch the wall, and I haven't really clicked anywhere. I'm just typing 10 feet, enter, and I've got the walls for my house ready. Okay. Now what I want to do, this wall looks really empty from the top. I want to just join a little top portion. So what I'm going to do, I am going to use the rectangle tool once again, and I am going to join this part with this little thing. Okay, just a rough estimate. And I've got a rectangle here. Then I'm going to use the push pull tool again on this surface, and I'm going to very carefully just join the two walls out here. Okay, don't over stretch it, but just make sure that the two lines are meeting each other. Okay, now you've got this, and we can just select this line safely and delete it so that it doesn't look like distorted. Okay, here like that. And this line also looks a bit odd here. It doesn't need to be here, so that we have the walls. Okay, like that. Okay, and if you see something out here, you can just also just get rid of this wall without messing up anything. Okay, so you've got this ready, right? So this is okay. And maybe you can do the same thing over here as well. So maybe just go draw a rectangle, a little one. Okay, then use the push pull tool, and maybe you can change the perspective and use the push pull tool and join these two. Okay, done, right? And then we can, of course, safely just delete these extra lines out here. Okay, so our basic structure of the room is ready. We can now create maybe two windows out here. Again, rough estimates are all right. So you can just use the same rectangle tool and draw a window out here. Okay, and maybe if you want another one, you can draw another one out here. Okay, try and keep the measurements same, or maybe you can type in the measurements when you are making the windows. Okay, now here also, what you can do if you want to make them hollow, use the push pull tool again. Click on this surface and just drag the mouse. Okay, but you have to release the mouse only when you see on face written. See on face, and then you release the mouse. and then double click on this one. It is going to make the windows hollow. And then later on, of course, you can attach a sort of a curtain or, add accessories to the windows or whatever you want. Okay. So basic thing is ready. Now we can actually maybe paint the walls from inside, add some furniture into it. So for that, I'm going to use this paint bucket tool out here. Click on paint bucket and it's going to open a new menu for colors and everything. You can click on this little browse option because this gives you a lot of options for different surfaces, textures, colors, glasses, mirrors, fencing, if you want to add some plants and stuff inside your house, or maybe some pool outside, or maybe plants and pots and garden outside. All of those options are available here. I just use the colors option and maybe choose a subtle color to paint my inside walls. So somewhat like that. So just choose the color, click on the area where you want the wall to have that color. Maybe you can use another one here, a lighter color or something like that, whatever you like, right? For the outside walls, you can actually use maybe wood to give it a wooden kind of a look, or you can use tiles, right? For the outside walls, you can choose anything actually. Maybe this one, not sure. This one, yeah, whatever you like, right? Or if you want this texture, you can use this texture, whichever you like, you can actually use it on the outside walls. Okay. Now, how about adding some, what do you say? How about adding some furniture into it? Or maybe first let's have the carpets. Okay. Maybe over here, what you can do if you want to add a carpet over here, you can draw a sort of a rectangle just to say that this is where my carpet is going to be. And then choose a carpet design that you really like from this, right? And add that over here. Okay. So wherever you want, you can actually add these little decorations, and there is something more I'll show you here. So over here on top, no, here, it's on the right, it's called components. So if you go to components, and then if you go over here, this is called search 3D warehouse. So this has a lot of 3D components that you can actually use and download into your model, and they are like ready made, so you can just download and scale it. So let's see. So if I click on here, and let's say if I'm looking for a couch, so I'm just going to type couch, and it will show me a lot of different designs of couches that are available to be put on my model. And it is, if you can see, there are like 691 pages. So there are like infinite number of designs of couches that you can actually use. Maybe I'll just use the first one, and it says importing. You're importing a large model, and then oh, it gives me a warning for this one. So maybe let me choose another one. Maybe this one. So it's downloading the model, and then it's going to import it here, which of course it's not properly aligned and it's not scaled. So you can use this scale tool to make it smaller, okay, depending upon what size you want for it. And then use this move tool over here, okay, and then you can move it uh, somewhere wherever you want to place it, okay. And then I think this needs some rotation because this doesn't look proper. It is not in the right direction. So I think you can use this rotate tool out here, okay? And you can just sort of try and rotate this, yeah, in that direction, whichever you want, okay? I will also have to experiment with it a little bit more to see which direction should I be using it. But I think this rotate tool, when you actually do it, you'll be able to make sure that it fits perfectly in your model. All right. So I think that's it for now. And I'm sure by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to design a very simple looking house with bare minimum furniture.